The second boxer biopic of the year and of the past 2 months is finally out. Christy, with its debut biopic director and another film starring Sydney Sweeney, probably like the seventh one this year, is doing horribly. It is, I think, the second worst box office in history. It had a 92% drop in its second weeks in theaters, and it's just doing horribly. I don't know if it's because people don't like biopics, or people don't like Sydney Sweeney, which I've been seeing a lot of, but I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know what she's done to make people hate her. I don't focus too much on that stuff, so I really have no idea. But it's doing horribly, and after how bad Smashing Machine did, and how, even after how hyped up it was, I'm not really surprised. This is kind of just the same movie, but with a different person. There's almost no uniqueness to these biopics, and it's making it kind of hard to differentiate the besides the main characters what the difference really is between these, like, movies or films or whatever. It's a real shame. I don't know. I'm giving Christie a 6 out of 10. It's the same score I give Smashing Machine. I don't think it's bad, and I don't think it's amazing. It's just another biopic that does the same exact thing. I don't know what they need to do differently to get people to watch these. You had a name like The Rock on Smashing Machine. That wasn't enough to pull it in. You had a story as great as Christy Martin's story, and that was enough to pull people in. So I don't know what they need to do besides maybe get bigger directors, or bigger, even bigger names than The Rock in these movies. But I'm really not too sure. But yeah, the main problem with these movies, they all feel a bit samey. I wish this movie, or Smashing Machine, but I'm gonna talk about Christie. I wish this movie took a different route in how the story was told. A big part of Christy Martin's life was obviously the abuse she had to face from her husband at the time, Jim Martin. It's either James or Jim. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. And they go into it in this movie. I mean, the whole last hour, I think, is just a part of her abuse story, and I don't think she wanted to make the central point of the movie just about her abuse and how she faced it, but also how um how great her career was. I mean, she was nearly undefeated up until that Ali fight, which you do see in the movie, and I think they did fine doing the first half of the movie being almost completely about her boxing career, and then the second half being about the abuse. But maybe do something different, because this honestly just felt like Smashing Machine again. Maybe do instead of a movie going throughout her career little by little, why not start the movie off in the trial, and have the trial be how you're telling her career and her story about her abuse. I think that would have worked way better. It's so strange to me that we waited until the last, like, 10 minutes or 5 minutes to get to the abuse and the trial that took place for it, because it was something very important. I mean, Christy Martin is one of the most important boxers, if not the most important boxer in female boxing history. What she did to elevate the sport and all these women is unbelievable, and we just don't. I feel like we don't even feel the impact of that either. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they could have done to make this movie better, but like I said, the visually, this movie's very generic. It's very basic. The performances in this aren't bad at all. It's kind of like the Smashing Machine, where Sydney Sweeney's not really the best of actresses, but this is probably her best performance. Is it a great performance? No, but I do think it's just fine. I think it's good enough to pass by as a decent performance. So shout out to Sydney Sweeney for that. I've been hating on her a lot this year. I think her performances have been pretty mediocre, or underperforming, to say the least. But I think Christy was easily her best performance of her entire life. I haven't seen Euphoria, so I'm not gonna say it's better than Euphoria, because I don't even know what the fuck Euphoria is about. I just know it's like a modern age Degrassi, to my knowledge. I don't know. But what we do in this movie is okay. Like I said, I just wish they did it a bit differently. It's just structured so poorly, and it makes the movie honestly feel very dragged out. This movie probably could have been an hour and a half, and the 2 hour 15 mark just feels like we took so long to get something that was reachable in an hour and a half. But I don't know. I can't really hate how this movie was. I can't hate what we didn't get, because we didn't get it. But I'm happy Christy Martin liked the movie. I'm happy Christy Martin liked Sydney Sweeney and her performance. And you do have to give a special shout out to Sydney Sweeney for actually taking care and trying to get into the role, doing the lifting and the running and exercise to sort of look like Christy Martin.